Hey YouTube, welcome to my video. Today we're going to be talking about the Loomis method, what it is and why it's important, how to use it. So the Loomis method was created by Andrew Loomis, and it's basically a way to draw the human head, and using basic shapes you're able to kind of understand where certain facial features sit. The human skull is quite complicated and it's not so easy for beginners to draw this. So the Loomis method is quite important when it comes to creating guidelines so that you understand where certain facial features sit on the human head. And the way you usually start this out is by creating a sphere. And I'm showing you right here the side view for using the Loomis method. And you can see here I'm just using like basic shapes and different guidelines to understand where certain facial features would sit. Like where does the hairline and brow line sit? So let's get into it. So here's a picture from a book by Andrew Loomis. As you can see here, you start off with a sphere, you cut off a portion of the sphere so that you kind of have the side. And then based on this, you have certain guidelines for certain facial features. And it's important to understand that, different human heads, they're not always going to be the same exact size and shape. Some of them are very narrow, some are square, right? Or it's even possible to have people with like the same skull, but they have different facial features, and so they look completely different. So it's important to keep that in mind when you're trying this method out. So let's start using the Loomis method. First, you want to start off by drawing a circle. And once you do, you need to, by the way, I'm showing you the side view, right? So showing you the side view. You want to draw an inner circle that's about 2/3 of the size of the outer circle. To do this, what I like to do is, you draw two lines through the center, right? And then you split, you divide it into thirds. Each line you divide into thirds, and now you understand, how to kind of guide the pencil so that you create a circle that's 2/3 of the size. And then now you have certain guidelines, right? You have a guideline for the chin, right? It's about the distance of half an inner circle down from the bottom. So you kind of know where the chin is, you know where the end of the nose is, the brow line, the hairline, right? The hairline, which is at the top of the inner circle, the brow line, which is at the center of the inner circle, and you have the end of the nose, which is around the bottom of the inner circle. And of course, the bottom right quadrant of the inner circle, that's kind of where your ear sits. So now you basically have a drawing of the side view, but you're not always going to be doing that. Sometimes you're going to be drawing the human head from different angles. And at this point, it's really just about practice. You want to take the same guidelines and basic shapes and whatever you understand about the Loomis method, and you just apply it from different angles. It's really just about practice. So hope you guys found it helpful. Hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, just practice. Thank you for watching.